again, probably, I think Dr. Rashid suggested it first off. I think he said to us, I want you to go home and try to do this. And I think he gave us at that time either Cialis or Viagra, I can't remember which. And to be quite honest, I gave myself too much information. I looked all this up on the internet and read all the side effects, did all the wrong things, and I don't think they had a hope in hell of ever working because my brain was scared. You know, I could do the operation easier than I could taking Viagra. But they didn't work. But gradually I ended up with, I get half an erection, and that was as good as I could get. So it's only in the last few months, 3 months, that I actually thought, I'll really try something positive, you know, more definite. So I went back to my GP and I got a prescription again for Cialis, and every Friday I took them for 8 weeks. But it's not to be, it's not going to work. So, I mean, half an erection is about as good as I can get. So,
After effects?
No. The very first time I took them, you know, like 3 or 4 months after the surgery, yes, I had headaches. But again, my brain's a funny thing. I don't know whether I expected to get a headache, so I got one, or whatever. But this time, no side effects from them at all. No, I still can't get an erection, but it's not important to either of us anymore. We've got our life the way we want to do it. We're getting along okay. I mean, life is going along good. It's not that important. I don't know if it's different. I think it was always there, but I think we're definitely closer in that we make sure that each other is, Heather's always been good at it, but I'm learning. Just make sure that the other person is, you know, I don't know, looking after them, or, you know, making them feel good or something, you know.
It changed Cole's outlook before. He had no use for the word sympathy or empathy before. And coming out of this, he was a different person. He stopped and looked around, and he just said he just appreciated so much what he had, his family and all the good people around him. And he did, he changed.
So, could it be said that there was a silver lining in this?
Absolutely. I know it's an old cliche, but of all the stuff that we went through to get to here now, yeah, there's not only light at the end of the tunnel, there's definitely a silver lining. We've made us, yeah, good.
We were both very comfortable to stay in Port Macquarie, not going outside of down to Sydney or whatever. We both work in the medical industry and are very familiar with the good service that is around here. And we were more than happy to stay. We knew we'd be looked after.
And we have been, absolutely. Over the last 2 years, with all the ups and downs that we've had, or I've had, I've always felt that the staff at Dr. Rashid's here, and Dr. Rashid himself, of course, have more than helped me out so much. Have really gone out of their way and have been really good and very caring. So yeah, I felt really good about the whole thing. Talk to people. I mean, this assuming you've already come to see Dr. Rashid or whoever you're going to see, whichever way you're going. But talk to other people, talk to friends, talk to family, discuss it openly, talk to people that have been through the process, because you will learn a lot that way. And in some ways I was a bit remiss there. I didn't talk to other people. I wanted to sort of get in a cave a bit until I had it in my head about what was going on. But now I can see that you've got to talk to people. Just, yeah, the more you talk, the better it gets.
Colin's right, you do have to talk to people and tell your family. Be honest with your family, because they're there to support you. Colin wouldn't let me tell his mother, and I was beside myself. Eventually we had to tell her, and I just felt relief because I could share it with someone. And I think if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. You know, that's it. Don't sit and expect everything to be told to you, because if you have doubts and questions, you have to ask.
We have two adult boys, 21, almost 21 and almost 24. So this was 2 years ago. Heather and I discussed it, and I said that I was going to tell the boys, and we walked into the bedroom where they both were at that time, and I remember just telling them, "Oh, look, I've got something to tell you. It looks like I've got prostate cancer." And they were a bit taken aback, a bit shocked, but they said, "Oh, you'll be right, you know, what's going to happen?" And they just wanted to know what the course of action was going to be, and they've always been positive, at least in front of me, always been positive. So, and they both live away, one in Lismore and one in Sydney, but they're always checking, always been on the phone, just to make sure that all's going well. So involve your whole family, involve your children, tell them straight up what it is. I would say basically tell them the risk, but don't tell them, I wouldn't go into fine detail, but I would, tell them what could possibly happen, and really there's no other course of action other than to do something about it now. So whichever way you decide to go, you have to do something. I would like to finish on the silver lining thing. It definitely, every day is a great day. You know, to walk out in the sun.
Just to get in the garden, hey?